Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, not much more to add to the previous update, but certainly the move today was very important. I will take off the 29.5k level here off the chart now because it was broken. Again, another example where the bears failed. And as I indicated in yesterday's last video, intentionally, we have to be ready for a move higher and at least a larger move to the upside, and then potentially even the white wave count, which is the bullish one, due to the failure of the bears. We saw it yesterday. I made you aware before resistance broke that it might break, okay, and that the likelihood for the bullish count is increasing. But you know, whatever we're doing here, this is still a very, very choppy mess. So we give our best to stay on track here with the wave counts, and I will give you my best view of the relevant levels to watch now. Overall, we are still in a very, very choppy range. Bitcoin is grinding higher, but really in a sloppy and messy structure. So my bullish wave count is still the white wave count here. I don't think wave 5 has topped yet. It would not be reliable. So I don't see this wave 5 as topped. This would be bullish. We would say if we have 5 waves up, we can track an ABC correction to the downside. That is likely going to take a while, I would say, because if this really is a wave 1 in the white wave count, yeah, 5 waves up, which would suggest the trend has changed to the upside, then you know, this took or this has taken, yeah, more than a month. So you would expect that a wave 2 correction also takes a little while. And what are now the scenarios? So obviously I have shown you already in the white wave count that we likely have 3 waves up. 1, 2, and then A, B, C in wave 3. And now this could have been a 4th wave already with a 5th wave to come. But it didn't quite reach the 31k level, which would be quite likely to be reached in a wave 5. So it leaves us with 2 possibilities. Either, yeah, this 5th wave is now still unfolding, and we're just doing an A, B, C structure. Yeah, and this scenario, however, with the more direct continuation higher, would get invalidated below the red line. So that's the level to watch. We've had a rejection at the 30k level. And if we see a break below 28,600 basically, then it indicates that this 5th wave is not unfolding yet. Yeah, because it would be a break below the end of the 4th wave. And if we break below that, then we cannot really say the 5th wave is still running, right? Because it would be invalidation. So the 5th wave should ideally unfold as an ABC structure, and it would be something like that: A wave, B wave, C wave. So this is how it could work out in the 5th wave. If we're still in the 5th wave, we would make a higher low and then move higher against this swing low at 28,600 basically. What happens if we break below the red line? Would it be already bearish? Well, with the push above yesterday's, no, it was the Monday high, with the invalidation of direct bearish pathways, yeah, at least with the invalidation of a directly bearish setup. We haven't invalidated all bearish moves, but we have invalidated a direct bearish setup. So with that, it could be rather a reset of wave 4 lower. So the orange subwave count is just a different subdivision of the white wave count. It just shows you how wave 4 could be reset in a flat structure. A flat structure indicates here A wave down, overshooting B wave, and if we now come down in an impulse, it would likely be a C wave down in wave 4, and we could then move higher in wave 5. So this is still part of a bullish case, yeah, in which we can rally in 5 waves, but in which the wave 4 might be reset a little lower. At the moment, again, we're just trying to see if Bitcoin can give us 5 waves. So it's just a bit of watching, waiting and seeing, because there's too much chop in the shorter time frames to really give us a reliable setup. We had some good bearish setups recently. They worked initially, most of them worked initially, but they were not really followed through. And that made me tell you yesterday that we have to take the white wave count more seriously. And I think that warning came just in time. But yeah, I mean, again, it's not reliable 5 waves up yet. So I'm watching here potentially for a reset of wave 4. and a later launch of wave 5, or that we're already in 5, but it might turn into an ABC. And if we get the 5 waves and they are reliable, then I will put a support area on the chart for this ABC pullback. Okay, and then we can look at something more bullish. At the moment, this is still a choppy mess, and it could still be a B wave. You know, there are still so many options how Bitcoin could top, but with the constant failure of the bears, we just have to take that white wave count more seriously. And I'm not telling you or predicting this is exactly what's going to happen, but what we're watching for is a clear setup for a potentially more aggressive trade to the upside. But at the moment, this is just, we haven't really seen a real impulse in a while. It's all very, very messy here on the Bitcoin chart. So just a bit of waiting and seeing. And bear in mind that I just can only repeat that really, that obviously at 30K, strong resistance starts, and that I think will be intensified between 31 and 32K. And above 32K, the FOMO will kick in. Now, if you've been watching this channel over the last few, months or even the last year, and you've heard me talk about FOMO and how to prevent it, then you would have put measures in place that can prevent FOMO entirely. Yeah. For example, the creation and accumulation to build a core position in Bitcoin, in Ether, and possibly some of your favorite altcoins, even though having core positions in altcoins always has to be based on a stop, in my opinion. They're always trading positions unless you keep it really small, but that's entirely up to you. But for Bitcoin and ETH, we're tracking a scenario that the bear market low is already in. So we are bullish. We're just waiting for a clear signal that a low is in place here. And so far we haven't seen that. And this is just a choppy mess, which easily could still break down in this sort of strange head and shoulders pattern. But we're watching. And if a clear setup for higher turns up, I will let you know. I mean, we have very clear, a setup is a breakout trade is above 32K, right? That's hopefully very clear. But I don't really like breakout trades. Ideally, we get a pullback before a breakout. This is ideal, but it's just not very evident yet. Nevertheless, we take it very seriously. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get access to the Sunday member live streams. We cover some coin requests during these. There's always an educational topic. I think on Sunday we're going to talk about options trading. So there's always something educational, as I said. Then you get access to Discord and Telegram, educational content. And as a gold member, you get access to short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.